In the book Scale or Fail, Allison Maslan, who is a serial entrepreneur, she shows how to scale your business to seven figures and beyond. And one of the keys to that is cash flow. You see, cash flow, as we know, it's the lifeblood of your business, and you need consistent, predictable cash flow in order to scale your business. Because if you have a roller coaster of revenue and cash flow, you just cannot scale. A roller coaster does not scale. You need predictable, smooth cash flow because that allows you to predict, that allows you to look into the future and invest in the right moves. And what Allison says is that you need these 3 monthly revenue numbers. You need to have a grip on these 3 numbers. And it's a great way of describing how to think about your overall cash flow. Here's what she says. She says you need to know about your bronze number. The bronze number is the base money to keep the lights on. Think of it like the bronze medal. This is the least amount of cash flow you need to keep the lights on in the business, to keep the business functioning as normal. And your number one job initially is to stabilize this as quickly as possible, to get this in working in a very predictable fashion as quickly as possible. The next revenue number, the higher number, is your silver medal, if you want to think of it. Silver is where you have enough cash flow to invest in marketing and growth, and you can enjoy life. And gold medal, that's when you're going for home runs. So whenever you're thinking of scaling your business, your job is to get to silver as soon as possible. But in order to get to silver, you need to get to bronze as soon as possible, which means you need to stabilize your cash flow. You need to get consistent cash flow to keep the lights on, and then move on to making more so that you can invest in marketing, invest in growth, invest in team, invest in whatever resources you need, invest in software, invest in support, whatever you need, invest in coaching, mentorship, everything that comes as a result of you being able to as a result of you having that extra cash to be able to invest into the business. So really important to understand, you need to get your bronze medal, as in you need to get your base right before you can start scaling your business. Now, how do you stabilize your cash flow? Well, what Allison says is that you should be spending your first 3 hours every day on sales. And if you have a sales or marketing team, well, you spend your first 3 hours with them. And you have to have clear targets for your week, for your month, for your quarter, for your cash flow, for your sales, for your revenue, so that you're constantly tracking them. Now, spending the first 3 hours every day, this might be your thing or not, but what she's effectively saying is you need to focus your best energy, your highest energy on sales, on driving marketing. And it's possible that you're not always the person who's driving sales. You might have a sales team, you might have a sales manager, you might have a copywriter, you might have a marketing manager, all of these things are possible. You might have someone who's making sales calls. All of these are possible, but you must spend time with them, you must spend energy with them, and you must invest your resources into them in order to get to scale. So if you are trying to scale your business, you must be spending a lot of time and energy. Allison says 3 hours every day. And I would agree with those kinds of numbers, in the sense that's the level of energy and dedication it takes in order to grow your sales and marketing. You need to obsess over your sales and marketing in order to grow your sales and marketing. The biggest mistake, and I see this all the time with entrepreneurs who come to get coached, is that they're obsessing too much on their product and service and tweaking the little things that aren't making as much of a difference as much as marketing and sales would make at this stage of their business. So they're tweaking the small nuances in their product rather than focusing on making more sales, and that's what's keeping them stuck. So I want to give you an example of a roller coaster business challenge that I recently saw when one of my coaching clients, he came to me. His business was total up and down roller coaster ride, and he actually had to get a side job to pay the bills. Now, the challenge was he was unable to get consistent cash flow, and he was totally dependent on sponsorships, which were hit or miss. And he had just bought some online gurus program and he was trying to follow it. So he decided to follow the program, launched an info product as a result of it, some low ticket product, $100 or $200, not precisely to his target market. And it wasn't really profitable. And it was a totally misguided move. It was the wrong thing at the wrong time in his business. And I always say, when you do the wrong things at the wrong time, that's pain. Now, my job when he came to me was to get him to bronze level cash flow. Now, what do we do? What I showed him was how to create a program that was his own, that was perfectly tuned for his ideal customer avatar. We're playing to his strengths rather than having him go out on a completely new limb and trying to go to a new market and cater to that new market. We created a high ticket program, over $1,000 per month per customer, and his customers were happily paying that because of the results he's promising. And not only that, I taught him that he need to sell this through phone sales, not through sales pages or anything like that at this stage, because that's where the highest conversions are. Now, as a result of this, he has already sold 5 of these spots in the last few weeks. And now he knows that with a few more enrollments, he can literally let go of his job because he's getting close to the bronze cash flow level that he needs. And that is super cool. See, I see this all the time where when I get coaching clients, they're trying to do the wrong things at the wrong time of their business, at the wrong stage of business. They're getting the sequence wrong, and hence they're struggling. In order to grow your business, you need to do the right things at the right time. So if you're running into cash flow, and if you're running into cash flow issues, you're not doing the perfectly right thing at this stage of your business. In the above example, the online gurus program was probably a good strategy for someone at a different stage in their business, but not right for the stage of business that my client was in. See, most businesses fail because they're doing the wrong strategy at the wrong time, wrong strategy at the right time, or right strategy at the wrong time. But in business, you have to get the combination right. Right strategy, right time. That is the only one path to success. And most entrepreneurs don't know what is the right strategy to deploy at the current stage of their business because they have not yet walked the path they're about to walk on. So what's the best way to find the right strategy at current stage? Well, you need to get mentored or coached by someone who has walked the path before you, who can actually give you direct feedback, someone who has built a successful business, instead of doing this trial and error and having to get a side job to pay the bills. And that is why I want to help you grow your online business. So if you need my help, if you want me to coach you or mentor you in order to grow your online business, apply for my coaching at 2000books.com/grow. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next video.